Hello, and welcome to our MicroLearn video series. My name is Adrian Shepard, and I support the CISA Cyber Defense Education and Training, Continuous Diagnostics and Mitigation, or CDM training program. Joining me today is Ms. Kimberly Blake. Kimberly is the Acting Capacity Building Oversight and Enablement Branch Chief and Federal High Value Assets, or HVA Program Manager at CISA. In this role, she oversees the Oversight and Enablement Branch mission line to include the Federal Enterprise Improvement Team, Cyber Directives, Federal Information Security Management, or FISMA Act, CyberStat, Executive Order 14028, and HVA programs. During today's MicroLearn, Kimberly will provide some background information regarding HVAs, discuss HVA mandates that have been created to assist agencies, and talk about how the CDM dashboard can be utilized to help agencies reduce their risk posture, increase visibility, and help identify and track HVAs. Kimberly, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me today.
Thanks, Adrian.
Now, I do have a couple questions for you. And the first question is, what is an HVA and why is it important to the federal enterprise?
What is a high value asset? So to level set, I'm going to explain what a high value asset is. It's the most critical systems in the federal government. There are our crown jewels. We were essentially established because the control-based assessments that agencies were doing were not enough. In 2015, we had an OPM mega breach that drew the attention of OMB and CISA to come up with a different way to assess systems. So the types of HVAs include cloud, mainframe, GSS, web app, ICS SCADA, client server, and the M1903 categorized HVAs into three buckets: information value, mission essential, and or federal civilian enterprise essential. Tier 1 HVAs, those are the systems that CISA assesses. Tier 1 HVAs represent systems of critical impact to both the agency and the nation. And non-Tier 1 HVAs represent systems of significant impact to both the agency and the nation. Chief financial officers ACT agencies make up 88% of HVAs.
Thank you. Next question. What, if any, mandates have been created to assist agencies with identifying and protecting their HVAs?
HVAs are prioritized. The Office of Management and Budget M2131. CISA-led programs is supported by three key policies: M1903, BOD 1802, and Supplemental Guidance 3.0, which I'm going to talk more about. In OMB M1903, it provides the definition of HVAs. It establishes enterprise-wide HVA governance and gives CISA the authority to develop requirements for assessments and remediation. Requires agencies to identify, assess, and remediate findings. Binding Operational Directive 1802 requires that agencies maintain a list of HVAs and remediate major critical high risk within 30 days or submit POAMs to CISA. Defines CISA and agency inventory roles and assessments and reporting mitigation plans and progress. Our HVA working groups have put together a really good HVA playbook that we have on connect.gov for those that are wanting to know the different roles and responsibilities between the agencies and CISA, and it provides some additional guidance as well. HVA Supplemental Guidance 3.0 provides agencies with the details necessary to comply with the following policy mandates. It includes the frequency of HVA assessments. There's which is every 3 years, reporting requirements for third-party HVA assessments, and reporting requirements for HVA remediation plans and, if applicable, modernization plans until they're mitigated. We also do have guidance that we've created for agencies that will walk them through questions for their systems to see if it's most likely an HVA or not. And then the HVA PMO also provides guidance when an agency requests to meet with us to seek consultation or advisement. We kind of walk those agencies through that process. This is an example of the table that's in our supplemental guidance. It shares the type of assessment in the left column, the applicability, and then the tier 1 and non-tier 1 requirements. The HVA assessment applies to each HVA. It's a combination of the RVA pen test, security architecture review, and fire the incident incident response review. These are required every 3 years. And the tier 1 HVAs at the top of the prioritized list is assessed by CISA. And then the non-tier 1 assessments are done by the agencies. We are currently qualifying the agencies to follow CISA methodology to do those. And the reason why we do it this way is because the massive amount of HVAs, CISA can't do all of the assessments alone. We started the program doing them first, but now we've broadened the requirement to all HVAs, and the agencies are doing the non-tier 1 assessments. Some other assessments we have. For HV ICS SCADA systems, we have the Validated Architecture Design Review, the VADR. And again, with the amount of slots we have, each HVA that includes operational technology, components including SCADA systems. Currently, this is optional, but we want to try to broaden this across all HVAs. Our minimum tier 1 requirements for this, again, is CISA-led, available by agency request, and the same for our non-tier 1 HVAs. We do have some supplemental assessments that agencies can request. The Cyber Resiliency Review, the CRR, is applicable to all agencies and subcomponents that maintain HVAs. And then also the Red Team Assessment, RTAs, is an agency or subcomponent level assessment.
Well, there we have it. We have some helpful information available to us in regards to mandates, and help us identify and obviously provide that description of what an HVA is, along with the categories. So those mandates are very helpful. I've had a chance to look at the most recent release of the dashboard, which is CDM Dashboard ES 6.1.0. And within that dashboard, an HVA dashboard was created. What was the goal of implementing this new dashboard, and what new functionality will it introduce for dashboard users?
The CDM HVA dashboard, this is very exciting for us. We have not had our HVAs identified in the CDM dashboard in the past, and this is one of the big enhancements that the program is doing right now, working with the CDM team. It was created to help agencies reduce their risk on HVAs, streamline reporting and continuous monitoring requirements. Total KEV vulnerabilities, misconfigurations associated with HVA systems will be visible. And then it will show total end-of-life software associated with HVA systems. This is huge because when you think about the 3 years, this is going to be ongoing visibility of risks for our HVAs. With CDM, CISA will have the visibilities into their HVAs and be able to be informed of risks on a continuous basis. Agency users will be able to see all assets that are identified as HVAs and their associated risk telemetry, vulnerabilities, software inventory, misconfigurations. This will help agencies fix the worst problems first and prioritize fixes for HVA systems. This visibility will be extended to federal users so CISA can inform agencies of access risks on a continuous basis. With CISA's visibility on one platform, HVA assessors are able to review any open risk prior to going into an assessment. And the HVA program is now thinking about how to use this visibility into their prioritization. Agencies will also be able to view all vulnerabilities associated with HVA assets and systems. Users will be able to prioritize by known exploited vulnerabilities to drive down risks the fastest. In addition, agencies will be able to categorize HVA vulnerabilities by severity score to best prioritize which vulnerabilities to address first.
Last question I have for you in regards to the dashboard and HVAs is how is HVA data being identified within the CDM dashboard? Were there any new fields or values introduced to help users quickly identify these assets?
So we must flag the data by using a tag applied to one or more of the following attributes at the integration layer level. System fields include system boundary, system IDs, and host fields. And if an agency does not know an HV ID or name, they can reach out to their CDM PM to require or to request access.
Kimberly, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me today.
My pleasure. I'm really excited about this brief today and sharing some exciting news about some enhancements to the program. This program helps reduce risk across the federal government and helps keep our public safe. So it was really an honor to be able to speak to some of the great work that CISA and the team and the agencies are doing today.
Thank you, Kimberly, and we appreciate your time. If you'd like to see any of our other instructional videos or online classes, please go to CISA.gov/CDM-training to find our library. You can also contact us at cyberinsights@cisa.dhs.gov for more information.